Hey guys, this is Don Vacchiano here with BiopharmIQ, and today we're going to look at upcoming PDUFAs for March 2021. So here you can see we have the BiopharmIQ platform, and before we begin, I just wanted to say that you could follow along and jump into the platform and try for free for 30 days. No credit card required. If you try for free and you decide you don't like it, no harm, no foul, you can just stop using it. If you do enjoy it, then you can sign up for a premium membership, but you do have 30 days to play around with it, access all the data, and check it out a little bit. So today we're going to be talking about PDUFAs for March 2021. So if we hop into the platform here, we have this Catalyst database, searchable database of over 900 Catalyst events. Obviously this changes. We're always adding new drugs and new events, and events are reading out, but it's around 900 currently. And so one of the options in this advanced search is the phase. And so obviously PDUFAs would be a stage or phase. So if we select that and we click search and we let the machine do its magic, and then we see these upcoming PDUFAs. So if we're just interested in March, we can even go one step further and sort, but we'll just take a look here. First we have KNSA. Has this upcoming PDUFA of March 21st for rilonacept. And so if we take a look at the company profile, so on BPIQ every company has its own profile with some stock and financial information as well as pipeline info. So if we take a look here at KNSA, we can see that its market cap is around 700 million. So if this is an area that you like to play in, this could be a potential opportunity for you here. And the good thing about PDUFAs is they have the set dates. So if you're using options and you need to pick an expiration, or you just like having a set timeline, that works better than data readouts, which are just on a quarterly or not exact date basis. And so if we look at KNSA over the last year, 2021, it has ran up quite a bit. But if we take a look at its pipeline, they do have a decent amount of assets, some mid-late stage assets. This rilonacept is the furthest along with this upcoming PDUFA. The other assets seem to have their catalysts coming around the first half, so probably in Q2. So this could be a pure play if there's not going to be a lot of noise, if this is something you're interested in. Another thing that we do here at BPIQ is we have drug IQ cards. So we have detailed information about that specific asset. So here is the info regarding the upcoming catalyst and the stage, but then we also have more information. So it's granted orphan drug and breakthrough therapy designation. So orphan drug lets you charge a bit of a higher price tag and also some market exclusivity for, I believe, 7 years. And BTD helps to expedite the process with the FDA overall. And we also have this drug history, which is a timeline of events basically. So we can see here, here there's the phase 2 study, and then the phase 3 trial publication in the New England Journal of Medicine, and then the acceptance of the BLA. So it's an SBLA and under priority review. And then most recently in February, they're preparing for this commercial launch given the acceptance. We also have details around the mechanism, which is searchable in our Catalyst database. So this is KNSA, rilonacept, PDUFA date March 21st. $700 million company if you are playing in a specific market cap range. Next we have PCRX for Exparel, has their PDUFA the next day, March 22nd. And so we can see that in our note field here, it's approved currently for adults. So this PDUFA is to expand the label into pediatric patients. So if we take a look at PCRX, it's Pacira. It's loading a little slow since I'm also recording this video. The video software, I think, weighs my computer down slightly, but you can see this is a bit of a bigger company. PCRX, $3 billion. So if that's something, if you'd rather play in the bigger space, this is interesting. Early this year, they had huge growth, and then they've sort of been bouncing around and ran up a bit this past month. So And if we look at their pipeline, we can see that this Exparel is their only asset in the database. From their company profile, it seems like they have this depot foam product delivery technology, which I'm guessing is what the Exparel is based off of. But then on top of that, they have this iovera system, which is a device. And so at BiopharmIQ, we are mostly focused on therapeutics, but they also have this device. So for this company, this Exparel PDUFA is an SNDA, I'm guessing, since it is already approved. So if we take a look at their drug IQ card for this, it's going to be interesting because it's already an approved asset. So one thing I want to point out is that we also have annual sales and quarterly sales, because obviously for approved assets, their sales are a catalyst event, could change the value of the company. So that's something that we keep track of to help you with your analysis if you are playing a sales readout. But we can also see that if we look at the drug history, it was approved late 2020 in Europe. It's been approved for a while now. They had a post-approval study that read out, and then they had in mid-2020 this SNDA submission to expand the label into pediatrics. And so that is what this upcoming PDUFA is for. So PCRX, PDUFA day March 22nd. Again, if you want to jump in and check all of these PDUFAs out, you can try for 30 days free, bpiq.com. So the final PDUFA in March 2021 is for bluebird, I believe it's bluebird. Their BLA was accepted 9/22, and this PDUFA date target for March 27th for this BB2121. Now if we take a look at bluebird here, I believe this is also a bigger company, and they had some interesting events actually happen recently. So yeah, they're $2 billion, so on par with PCRX in that more of the mid-cap space. And if we take a look at their stock chart, we can see that they had a pretty big pullback in February, and this was due to a trial stopping or getting put on clinical hold due to an AE, an adverse event, an SAE, I believe it was AML. And so that's this pullback here, but then you see a bit of that run back up because the company released notes that they don't believe the SAE was due to their drug. So they're talking with FDA and other regulatory bodies about that, if they can continue the trial. So that was just the pullback. I remember that was pretty recent. And if we take a look at their pipeline, that's more typical of a mid-cap therapeutics company. Obviously, PCRX was a sort of device. So bluebird here has a lot of later stage assets, obviously phase 3, and then these other around approval. And if we look at their upcoming events, we can see that Zynteglo is approved. So their event, that will be an event, their quarterly sales. But besides that, everything else should be around Q2 for these BLA submissions. And then Lentiglobin is the one that had that issue with the SAEs. And so BB2121 IDCEL has this PDUFA coming up if you're interested in playing that. And now there's also a lot of other PDUFAs, but if you want to check those out, feel free to jump into the platform and try for free for 30 days. Obviously, bpiq.com/pricing. You can sign up. No credit card required. After the 30 days are up, there's nothing you have to do. If you want to stop using it, you can stop using it. If you want to continue using it, you can sign up for one of our premium memberships, $15 a month or $12 a month annually, 20% off. I just wanted to touch quickly on the Catalyst database. Also, besides just the stage, the next stage, you can also look at an event. So if you just want to look at things like data readouts or FDA interactions or approval decisions, you can do that. You can sort by specific Catalyst date ranges. So if you're just looking for Q1, if you are interested in specific indications, if there's an indication that you like to invest in and companies that you like to research and invest in, you can do that, as well as the mechanism of action if you're doing competitive analysis or you just there's popular mechanisms like Cartier, things like that. And you can also include approved drugs because, like I mentioned, sales are a big catalyst event for these approved products. And on top of that, we also have this big movers database here, which are catalyst events that, based on our analysis and options data, are showing high volatility, high movement up or down, plus or minus 20 to 25% or more. And so you can check those out. We update these and we go into a bit of a more deeper analysis on these. So you can try for 30 days and access all this info. Again, if you head over to bpiq.com and then pricing, you can sign up for the free trial. And that's about it for this upcoming PDUFAs for March 2021. If you have one that interests you, let me know. And hopefully you all stay green.